Gang51E June. Yeah. I said it right?
Nah, Gang Tie.
Gang E51 June.
Gang Tie.
Gang Tie?
Yeah, Gang Tie.
So look, wait, let's get this understood before we even start the interview, right? Well, the interview started, but we're gonna talk about it. Yeah. The rap name, right? Yeah. It's so confusing on the eye.
Yeah, the reason why I said it like that is for like, you know, I know if you know how to say it, I know that you really a fan.
Damn, so I'm not really a fan.
Man.
Yeah, I just
Nah, but that's why I made it like that. Just so,
okay.
You know.
So you meant to make it confusing.
Yeah, I meant to make it like that.
But what's the actual meaning though?
So shit, I grew up around like, you know, a lot of gang activities and shit like that. So it's like I'm tied to the gang, you know what I mean, type shit. And it's and then 5-1, that's just the, you know, the street that I grew up on, you know what I mean? So I just threw the 5-1.
Yeah, you put that a lot in your music.
Yeah, I just threw the 5-1 in there for the T and the I because it was convenient.
Yeah. So you just wake up one day and like, yo, I'm gonna name my shit this. Like, I'm gonna just title with that.
What, the name?
Yeah.
My name? Hell no, it was just kind of like, shit is me, you know what I mean? So shit, you know, everybody was already calling me June. I just threw that up in the front of it when I started taking this shit serious.
Okay. So you're from Tulsa, Oklahoma?
Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Born and raised?
G.O.D.
Like what? Because nobody comes from there, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know, when I interview somebody from like a New York or LA, you pretty much already know what's going on.
Yeah.
But in Tulsa, it's like, you know, people think it's cows,
yeah, they think it's cows, cattle, horses.
What goes on in Tulsa on a day to day?
Man, shit. What go on is really what you make it. You know what I mean? If you out there banged out and shit like that, then that's what's gonna be in your life. You know, you out there putting yourself on Front Street, then you're going to have a lot of enemies, you know what I mean? And you're going to have to keep your head on the swivel. If you out there staying out the way, you know what I mean?
You good.
Then shit, you good, you know what I mean? So it's just really whatever you make it, you know?
But what was your experience though?
My experience.
Like as a kid? As
a kid, man, to be honest, shit, it was just, you know, out there hanging with the homies, hoping on the block, you know what I mean? Shit, you know, just regular shit, you know, football, sideline pop and shit like that. Nigga, it was just like, you know, that's just really it. Just going to school and shit like that. Just when we was real, you know, way younger, and you know, niggas started getting older, and then that's when the gang banging started coming into play and shit like that.
So is your mom and dad in your life?
Shit. When I was younger, shit, my mom, she was a fiend and shit like that.
Damn.
And then shit, my pops, he was always, you know, back and forth from, you know, from jail and shit like that when I was younger. So I was raised with my granny.
Okay.
My mom.
So you're growing up, are you seeing your mom on drugs, or is she leaving the house and she's just absent?
Nah, man, I'm seeing it. On me, like I used to really like be with her. Like on me, it was times I slept in the crack house with her. You know,
damn.
On me, like.
And she's doing the drugs.
Yeah. On me, so, like I seen it.
Are you because you're young? Are you knowing what's going on, or you
man?
Like
I'm knowing what's going on, but shit, I really ain't I'm really not knowing I don't know the magnitude of it. You know, I think the shit normal. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, mama do that shit. She act funny. You know what I mean? Okay, that's mama. You know what I mean? Okay, to be honest, when I was younger, the shit was kind of fun to me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I really didn't know the magnitude of the situation. She used to have me like, you know, breaking the abandoned houses so we can have, you know, places to sleep and shit like that. Just running around the streets with her and shit like that. So shit, I just wanted to be around my mama. You know?
So there was a point in time where you were homeless. Your mom was homeless, just wherever she could sleep.
Yeah, most definitely.
And it was kind of like she was kind of like in need of the drug, so whatever she could do to get it.
Yeah.
And you were just along with her.
Struggle along with her.
Wow.
I mean, before it got to the point to where my granny was like, I gotta come take him.
So, how old are you at this time?
When all this shit going on, man, I was this was like from when I was 3 to like 10 type shit.
And when do you finally realize like, yo, this shit not normal?
Man, to be honest, shit, I just now realizing that shit. Like just now. I mean, like now that I'm older and I'm really looking around like, damn, you know what I mean? Like people had their mamas in their life and their mamas is like this with them and shit like that. And now that I'm really seeing like, you know, with crack and all them drugs, I mean, not now, but you know, when I was getting older, probably like a couple years ago, when I really started seeing what that shit do to people and, you know, a normal family type shit, it's like, damn, I really grew up like this. That shit crazy, you know?
Right. So did it make you, you know, like a resentment or like a grudge towards your parents?
Nah, it ain't never been that on me. It just made me like it just motivated me to be, you know, something for my child that I didn't have when I was younger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, with the people selling drugs to your mom, did that make you look at drugs differently?
Yeah, it did on me. Like right now, like I ain't never tried shit. Like I'm sober. Like I ain't, you know, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do none of that shit.
You never tried smoking?
No, I ain't never tried
I've never tried smoking.
Yeah, I ain't never tried smoking on me either.
Damn.
On me, that
like,
shit.
Do you ever get curious? Like, damn, all the homies smoke weed? Because everybody smokes weed.
Yeah, on me, that shit hard. It's hard seeing the homies and like, you know, you feeling left out and shit. I'm like, nigga smoking and shit, you know what I mean? But like, my mama, like, shit, the reason I don't do that shit is because I seen what it did to my mama and shit like that, you know? So by genetics, I automatically feel like shit, I got a addictive personality trait, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want to try shit to lead myself to start, you know, leveling up, you know what I mean? So that's why I don't do this shit.
So years go by, you're 21 now, right?
Yeah.
Has your mom recovered?
Yeah, she recovered.
Like total 360?
Like, man, to be honest, we got to the point to where she almost died, you know what I mean? Like
overdose?
Yeah. Like they ended up coming to my granny house and saying that they found my mama on the railroad tracks, like sleep type shit. They don't know if she dead or alive. So shit, we had to rush over there and shit like that. I was probably about like 10 when this shit was happening. Like we had to rush over there and shit like that to see if she was, you know, see if she was dead. It kind of threw me out because I'm like, y'all just seen my mama on the railroad tracks and ain't move or do nothing like that. Right. But on my mama, so we went over there and we went to the railroad tracks and shit like that. We had, that was really a detrimental time, like a real big changing point because when we found her, she ended up going to the hospital and she was in the hospital, like, you know, in ICU and some more shit. And then after she got out of there, you know, she recovered. You know, when you recover, you get big, you know, she got big and then she relapsed, you know what I mean, and got back on it. But, you know, not as bad as it was. She wasn't on them hard drugs. She was on like, you know, she was just on like pills and shit like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, to this day, you know what I mean? Like in my song 5-1 Savior, when I was over the tombstone and I was talking to my granny saying, mama sober, you know what I mean? Like that shit just happened. You know what I mean? Like what really made her try to get clean is when I started taking this music shit serious and I started putting it in my songs, you know what I mean? So it's like, then she started feeling like, he talking about it now, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it kind of made her want to get clean. So that shit just happened.
A lot of people in this world wouldn't be open about, you know, a lot of people are embarrassed about their parents.
Yeah.
You know, drug addicts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Why do you choose to be so open? Because a lot of people will keep it a secret, like as an embarrassing.
Yeah. Because my thing is shit, I ain't embarrassed about, you know, none of that shit. Because at the end of the day, shit, if you embarrassed to your parents or you embarrassed to what you been through, you just, you know, you embarrassed to yourself. And I ain't embarrassed about myself because all that shit made me who I am. Yeah. You know what I mean? It made GANG51E JUNE. So shit, I'm my mama.
So at your school, are you the only student with a parent, you know, like that? Or is it somebody else you can relate to in your hometown?
To be honest, when I was younger, shit, I really ain't just worry about if nobody else's parents was on that shit. I just knew that my mama was, you know what I mean? When we was at school, they really ain't talk about it. Shit, I wasn't gonna bring it out, you know, to nobody back then, you know what I mean? So shit, I really wasn't sure.
Yeah.
You know?
And your dad, is he still in jail?
Nah, he out now. Okay. He out now, yeah.
How long has he been out?
He been out since I was probably like 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's when, you know, that's around the time when my granny passed away and I had to go.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, and I had to go move with him. You know what I mean?
So it's like when he got out.
Yeah. Everything really changed on me.
So at what age do you start rapping?
I started rapping at 11.
Okay, so when he got out, damn near.
Yeah. Okay. Because he was in and out. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't just all the way in there for, like, you know, he was just in and out. And he used to make beats and shit like that. And that's really when I started getting introduced into the shit, you know what I mean? Like I used to be like, hey, my pops make beats and shit like that. So when he ended up getting out, he had got a studio around that time. And then he was rapping and shit like that with his homies. And I went in there one day and I was just, you know, around it. So that's when I started trying to do it.
So what's your relationship with these two parents now?
Man, on me, my pops, that's like my best friend. You know what I mean? That's like my best friend, G.O.D. With my mama, shit, me and my mama, we always had like a brother-sister relationship. That is weird, but shit, that's just what it is. Like she like my my sister. That shit crazy. And my granny was like our mama. So that's really what it was on me.
So now that you're the hottest in your city, you know, what are they, you know, what are they saying?
That shit, they be, man, I'm gonna keep it a whole stack with you, like, cause my first show, I brought my pops on stage with me. And I usually include them in my videos and shit. So they just really proud, and they can't believe it. Every time they see me, they be like, man, I can't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you really doing this. You know what I mean? My pops be like, you taking it to the next level, you know? My mama just be like, dang, you really my son, and saying shit like that on me, so.